Right. I must apologise once again. The game not the game. The Streamlabs crashed once again. Frustrating. I know. Hopefully this doesn't show up as several streams, because this would just be really frustrating. Anyone in the chat, Streamlabs crashed again. New features, no, that simply might not be working. You have some new features though that simply might not be working for you. That would be better as one video with that many errors would look really unprofessional. It's Streamlabs, it keeps on coming up saying that there's an error with Streamlabs. It's something that appears to be out with my control. It's nothing to do with the game. Right, because of that I've lost. Sarah commented, the record button wasn't working today until 6 PM, no joke, and even then it wouldn't allow me to stop recording.
I saw you head across the bridge toward Veya's friends. So, how did you fare, Outlander? Drevis? That laggard? I never...
Right. As far as I'm aware, my overlay has just got the bare bones on it though. I don't have anything that I don't need added on.
Just don't let House Weathering get their hands on it. If you think you're being followed, find a place to hide. Good luck.
You've got to remain quiet. I'm just a guy walking along, minding my own business. What? Alright, okay. Thought it was honestly going to tell me that I'd lost him again and I'd seen them walking into this.
Well done. This should help us determine what happened to Vea's brother. Hello, can I help you? Wait a moment. You're one of those hirelings House Redoran pays to harass us simple folk. Look, all Vea wants to do is to find out what happened to her brother. Too bad the house doesn't seem to care a swit about any of that.
Replace the W with a H. I think that's what you really mean.
Vea wants nothing to do with the house or her father. Why can't any of you respect that? Even if I wanted to help, I haven't seen Vea since she snuck out of town. We communicate by notes, and this one isn't even about her. Well, if you must know, it concerns Vea's brother. He was an officer in the House Guard before he vanished without a trace. We've been trying to help Vea find him. A local tough, goes by the name of Ashur. He delivers the letters. We usually meet him outside of town to the northeast. But good luck trying to get any information out of him. Ashur is not known for his conversational skills. I think we're done here, don't you? I told you where to find Ashur. He's been passing our notes on to Vea. Just to the north and east, outside of town. Or is this your way of offering to save me a trip, since you're headed his way? Balmer is not that big. Most of the sons and daughters of the house leaders and prominent merchants know each other. Vea's one of us, and we'll do whatever it takes to help her find her brother. Well, within reason. And Vea would do the same for us. That's why we're helping her. She really is a terrific person. I'm not telling you anything, you Redoran lapdog.
Okay, so I can't persuade him. So these books are useless. What are you munching, Craig Eagle? I think it. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the music or the soundtrack is generally the same music in every game. Chicken and chips. Or that's fries for the American viewers. Yes. Chips is what we would call, sorry, chips is what Americans would call crisps. What do you think of that there? Right, so...
Killed one of my gang, Swit. No writ will protect you from us.
Feeling left out? I'm sure I can procure a writ for each of you.
That's it! Kill the Morag Tong and any witnesses!
I'll just take my leave. No use getting my asses bloody.
Why are you all coming after me? God, you're supposed to be fighting him. Right, no, get back here. No you don't. You can't re-heal now, can you? So, Dembo 75, serious question. What's a serious question? Oh. Autumn Word blocked you.
I had that situation under control. Just needed them to make the first hostile move. Still, I cleaned enough blood off my axes for one day, so thanks for lending a hand.
Oh, you're sincerely welcome.
You were you? Was it Melissa? I told her I'd close out my tab after I completed another contract. That woman has the patience of an anxious Nyx. Well, tell her I'm good for it. I'll stop by and we can conclude our business cordially. Veya? The new apprentice? Now why in oblivion do you care about Veya?
How about... Nah, I don't need to read it aloud at all. I can just auto mode it just to say... There we go, this is what was said. And no, Cragable, you little swit.
I had that situation under control. Just needed them to make the first hostile move. Still, I cleaned enough blood off my axes for one day, so thanks for lending a hand. You were you? Was it Melissa? I told her I'd close out my tab after I completed another contract. That woman has the patience of an Veya? The new apprentice? Now why in oblivion do you care about Veya? Are you now? And why do you want to do that? Never mind, I don't really care. I was asked to pass along some notes, but I'm not really the messenger type. I suggest you talk to Veya's mentor. Last I heard, she had a job in the Western Ruins. Make sure you don't anger Veya's mentor, or even look at her the wrong way. She's grown surprisingly protective of that young woman, and if she thinks you pose a danger... Besides, I'd hate to see you wind up on the wrong end of one of our writs. You know, the usual buyer's remorse. I see a lot of that in my line of work. Turns out, I had to kill a bad man who did bad things. The writ was legal and above board. Unfortunately, his brother didn't see it that way and was looking for revenge. Oh, you make it sound so obscene. Still, that's pretty much an accurate description. But it's not like I work for the Dark Brotherhood or anything. I don't kill anyone without a sanctioned writ. Keeps the great houses in line. It's a calling.
Right. So we're heading to... Oh, he's got a horse. It's Empire. scenery is lovely in this game. Like, I'm not going to bother you if you don't bother me. You're full. Oh. Just as I thought. Aye. You do randoms just attack people. No, you can't attack each other. Craggy Bow. You can challenge you can challenge somebody to a duel. But you can't just randomly attack one another. So it's not like GTA in that respect.
Leave me, Outlander. Let me die in the shame I've brought to Malakath. Defeated by a lone warrior. Malakath will laugh at our incompetence.
I think the last time I was playing GTA with you and Sector X, decided, right, I'm just going to drive home, and somebody, I don't know how they came across it, but somebody got remote bombs, put one under my car and blew it up for absolutely no reason. It's just things like that. It's obviously you're going to get trolls, but that's it. I don't mind playing online if I'm playing with like some people I know, but GTA is just is full of far too many trolls for my liking.
An assassin. Probably a Morag tongue. She trapped our leader here. But she doesn't know. We set a trap inside the ruins. Oh.
Yeah, well, that is true.
Get inside the ruins and stop her!
Right, I'm gonna have to help out. That's a good thing about having Daedric Curse. Having something that you can spawn. What is that weapon? It's crazy powerful. It's just a staff. It might look easy at the moment, but it's kind of leveled characters. I'm not that far into the game. I'm only level 5. This is just a frost staff. Right. Cool. It's frozen. I suppose I was hitting out with bad jokes in your stream, so. Isn't Malakath, it's a dead prince, I'm sure, but is it not usually the orcs that have got an affiliation to Malakath? Playing space 2 hours. Time pauses when you're offline and resumes when you return. Created by the priestess of Meridia, when time is relative. A very British clap there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Might as well. Might as well. It's free experience.
Let the assassin come. I'm tired of running and she doesn't frighten me.
Gaiety. What, the Ogrim? He spits acid and he throws rocks. And he charges at you. Oh, decent fighter. Oh my god.
Well, you're not what I expected to find in a place like this. You have a habit of turning up at the most unusual moments, don't you, hero?
Why the big red thing? Oh look, that's where he can hit you all. No, this is... that's in the game throughout.
Questions? I don't have time for questions. I have a writ to complete. Look, I can't keep these evil cultists waiting. You want to talk? Find me after I finish this job. Hero, we really need to stop meeting like this.
No, it's not baby mode at all. It's in the whole game.
Come out, little assassins! Or is the Morag Tong too scared to meet the powerful snake face to face?
Powerful snake. Is that what you're calling yourself? Oh no! I'm gonna die. No, you can't. Ah, probably. Probably right. Now can I give sorry, Sector X.
There she is. Surround her. Cut her apart.
Oh, they're too strong, man. The Ranger immersion.
A helping hand? How sweet.
Malakath's sacred tusks! You won't get past me!
Oh, I've been.
Excuse me, hero. I have to see an orc about a writ.
And Holden was to the den wish to be able to go back to the roots of gaming. Oh, I hear you.
Don't kill me. I didn't mean to interfere with House Tobani's plans. I made a mistake.
A mistake? Well, that explains everything. I'll just let the Taldani know. I'm sure Mage Valiant will understand.
Oh, that's a relief.
You followed Rohan. Zero had, with exception to hunger and water, as the belly grumbling sound seemed to use hopefully annoyed viewer through time, but best are not key to bring up. Well, the fact that this is an online game, I doubt very much that you're going to be able to mod it.
I have to admit, when I saw you, I thought, what the tusk are you doing down here?
Not even
Pardon
number
my
of bullets
Orcish.
will show.
Did you really follow me across the continent? That shows commitment. Kind of creepy, but still a lot of commitment. Well, that's not what I expected. But you can just turn around and leave. You're not going to find her. Faye's going through a difficult time right now. And the last thing she needs is some House Redoran lackey adding to her pain and confusion. I know you, hero. It's old man Eris I don't trust. He didn't tell you about Vea's brother, did he? How House Redoran exiled their favorite son. No? I didn't think so. Vea deserves answers, and I promise to help her. You need to just walk away. Outsiders? Is her father really that desperate? Look.
Can you
Eris
to
that
acknowledge I
Vea
have
is safe
15
and you'll see her
bullets
soon,
and
but
count
no
how many
more
I shoot?
outsiders. If my
Why did you
organization
not
gets
just
skittish,
do
they'll return to the
Discord
shadows
for
and take
half an
Vea
hour,
with
the
them.
three of us?
We'll only deal
When?
with you.
What, before I started the game, or? don't know, it's the 17th at the moment. The Somerset Isles DLC becomes available on the 21st, so I want to make sure, I want to get myself to a decent level before I take it on. So on the run up until obviously the Somerset Isles comes out, I'm planning to do at least a 2-hour stream a night for the next 2 weeks. So that I can get myself up to a decent level.
Well, it's not exactly a lie, and I don't want things to get out of hand. I'll arrange a meeting, provided Vea agrees. You let Eris know she's safe. Get him to stop hiring freelancers before someone gets hurt. I'll send word when we're ready.
No, I can't. Contest.
That was poetry in motion. Not only is my organization getting choice assignments again, but we're starting to recover some of our prestige. Specifically, these Malakath cultists interfered with House Telvanni, so they had to be dealt with. Oh, him? No one special. Just the leader of this particular band of mad cultists. His name was on the writ, so I had to end him. It's what I do, after all, and I do it so well.
Oh, he does that to recharge. Might as well. I think you are right. So Christ, he is quite a crap enemy. I don't know why I'm picking this crap up. Okay, bombed. I don't need to take these people on, but it's free experience. It's only 35 minutes and it's 11:15 already. finishing up on YouTube, or going off to bed, still tuning in. Cool, thank you very much, Craigiebot. I think I'm going to be that much further behind you. I wanted to do at least a 2-hour stream, but Streamlabs has been a bit of an issue tonight. Seems to be alright now though. Don't want to jinx myself, but these big massive mushrooms. Oh. Look, we'll see it again. What's that girl? It's kinda evil. Okay.
I'm surprised to see you back here, but I'm also relieved. Does this mean you have news about my daughter? Is she safe? Is she ready to come home?
The area is stunning. It's like California redwood trees. They're massive.
Vaya joined that cult of assassins? I was afraid she'd do something rash. But what was she thinking? I don't see the Morag Tong as safe, but at least she's still alive. So, I suppose that's something. When are we going to meet with my daughter? She won't meet with me? No, I suppose she's not ready for that quite yet. As for Vaya's brother, that was all the doing of the Redoran Council. I'm not allowed to discuss the details, but he's still alive, if that's what Vaya is worried about. Naryu's back in town? She's as stubborn as Vaya. Very well.
Every female stubborn to you, even your wife.
Well, I can't dismiss the mercenaries that Captain Brivin employs. House Redoran is my life, as is Vaya. I'll do everything in my power to see her home safely.
You float around the light up the environment is eerie as fuck. And they're friendly, Lore tells us they have no brain, mind.
As you say, no other outsiders. But there are rules, Outlander. I must do everything within reason to maintain the honor of House Redoran. Here, your first payment. Soon, however, I'll expect more than just a verbal confirmation of Vaya's safety. When next you see her, tell my daughter that I want to talk to her. Vaya can set the terms, but I expect her to stop running away when things don't go her way. Vaya has always felt shackled by the rules of House Redoran. hobbled by the many duties and obligations it presses upon its subjects. After the situation involving her brother, she decided she wanted nothing more to do with the house, or with me. That may be an oversimplification, but I suppose your statement is accurate. I walk a narrow path between House Counselor and loving father. Unfortunately, the former often supersedes the latter. That's why I want to speak to Vaya again.
Right. Andy Weeze. Mad names out there.
Well, look at that. Now you said I'd find you here, and damn it all if she wasn't right. Did I mention how much I hate being a messenger?
Yeah, I think you
Makes me
did.
wish I had a writ so I could kill something. Anyway, Nayu wants to talk to you. Said you'd know what it was all about.
I don't think so, Craigiebo. No. Not that I'm aware of.
Here. This should explain everything.
Be a cool,
It's a map.
be a cool
We change
addition.
locations every day for
But I think
security.
it's
Just in case it falls into the hands of House Redoran or someone else with an axe to grind with our organization.
oh, so this game is now 4-year old, and they're still releasing DLC for it. So I think Bethesda are firmly in control.
Never had to use a map before.
Or ZeniMax,
Amateur.
which is
This one
so
leads to
Bethesda's
one
named
of
on
the
it, but
safe
I don't think this
houses.
is
And
actually a
map.
Bethesda game.
The first map, it depicts a
Yeah, the
particular
publisher.
town,
Could be wrong.
kind of like this one. Hint, hint. The rest, well, you'll have to figure that out on your own. Look, I know you're helping Councillor Eris, but if that map falls into House Redoran hands, I'll probably have to kill you. Nothing personal, mind you. We're already having a bit of trouble with the house, and we'd rather not make matters worse. What are you implying? Can't a person do something nice to help out an ally every now and again? Oh, who am I kidding? I hate playing the messenger. Haven't you ever done something you hate because it was the right thing to do? Then you understand what I'm talking about. Being noble, doing the honorable thing. It can be a real pain in the arse, but a favor given becomes a favor returned. Eventually. Well, look at you. You're a practical genius. Look, Nayu seems to trust you, so I suppose I have to trust you too. But that's a powerful secret you've been given. Betray us, and you'll find my blade in your back. Unless Nayu kills you first. The Morag Tong has the authority to accept and carry out writs of execution. We keep the great houses from engaging in all-out war, but they rarely appreciate the work we do on their behalf. House Redoran in particular wants to shut us down. The other houses have used us to take Redoran down a peg or two of late. To be frank, for all their vaunted honor, the house cries foul whenever someone gets the better of them. Our status is tenuous enough without Redoran's constant harassment.
Mate, I don't really need to listen to you anymore. Right, so you sent a link. I'll have to have a look at the link so I know what you're talking about. At night they look mega creepy, but they respond in strange ways to your touch, almost alien-like, like Pandora, the avatar on it. Right, so okay, so I got to find this place in the map. Should be relatively easy. So... That was the planet. Yeah, alright. I know what you're talking about. In Avatar. I don't know, I liked Avatar, but it just seemed like it was a rip-off of so many other films. It's like they took all the best bits of other films, rather than coming up with an original idea, just best bits of other mismatched and kind of matched them together. Mismash, if that's a word. Right. So... So this looks about right. There's a tree here as well. And what do you know? Big massive arrow on the ground. Too much like Anarkand. Just in case you don't know what Anarkand is, it's a story that Sector X TV created himself, and must admit it is an epic story. We'll see that come to life. For all the other viewers.
Sorry about all the subterfuge, but we can't be too careful when it comes to security around here. Don't be so eager, my darling. It reveals too much about your ultimate intentions. But yes, Vea would very much like to meet with you. You intrigue her, and your connection to her father could prove beneficial once she knows she can trust you. Redwin records. House officials keep track of everything. Incidents, commendations, births and deaths, whether important or mundane, they detail it all in their registry. Vea believes the registry contains information about her brother Ulron.
No, I need to create a schedule. Last one I'd done was 5 weeks ago where Scorpio meets Beast. 5 weeks ago? His face in the background, the ball. Above the head, above Nargu's head, I kinda see a face there.
Don't sound so offended. You had to know your hands were going to get dirty eventually. You are dealing with assassins and politicians, after all. The local keeper of records, Lord Drano, is away, so security at his townhouse should be light.
What, the map? Or left? So, did I have anything? Right, so I've got one, and I want to put hiding. I think this would be needed in got to sneak. Where am I? I'm kinda lost. No. Just because no one on YouTube will know what you're doing. Right, cool. Fine, that's fine. Right, so I need to sneak in. And sneak out. Out. And not to kill any of the guards, I'm sure. They can see me. Can you do it? Yes. What's that? Oh shit. Haven't seen me yet. I need to... God, can you make any more noise? Right, so... Ready. Sometimes the clarifier, that's how I'm pronouncing it, gives your position away. No. Never seen me. How did he not see me though? You're right in front of him. No. No. Oh, come on, man.
The law will hunt you down like a rabid dog.
Yeah, I've now got a bounty. Oh. Got to fight all the guards now. Why am I just kicking about Morrowind? Like I'm just doing this is basically where you've got to start. You've got to level up to a decent level, because if I even try and go to Riften or anywhere else in the map, I'm just gonna get my ass handed to me. And is it true that they didn't put in the full Morrowind? I don't know, Sector. I've never played the original Morrowind, so honestly, I couldn't tell you. I've got nothing to compare it to.
Still alive, I see. And since you're here, that means you weren't captured and hauled off to a Redoran dungeon. Good for you. Were you able to acquire the registry?
Coffee's cold.
Does it contain any information about Vea's brother, Ulron? Ulron was exiled? That can't be right. He's an exemplary officer and a good man. Plus, he's the son of a councillor. Why in oblivion would House Redoran banish one of their brightest stars? I can see that. There has to be more to the story, but I'm not sure how we get it. Still, you proved you could be trusted, and you admirably performed this task. So I suppose I should let you meet with Vea now. There's an abandoned cave along the coast. It's in the swamp and smells like rot, which makes it the perfect place to hide. Vea's supposed to wait inside, but she's bored. I know she's been sneaking out. You'll find her in the cave or just outside. Get to the swamp and find Vea. She's eager for any information about her brother, so she's really going to appreciate getting that registry. Just try not to be too charming when you meet her hero. She has enough distractions as it is. Vea would face too many temptations here in Balmoral. Friends, favorite places, familiar sights and sounds, not to mention the proximity to all things House Redoran. Even the most thick-headed house guard would eventually stumble over her. Oh, don't thank me, hero. As long as you're useful and don't betray us, then we're engaged in a mutually beneficial arrangement. Cross us in any way, however, and you'll never see my blade before it plunges into your heart. Well enough. Ulron and Vea used to sneak out to watch me train. I have a way with blades that fascinated them to no end. Eventually, our fondness developed between the three of us. And to think, I never even had a nick sound growing up. It's not like personal relationships are against the rules, though I suppose they are sort of frowned upon. Anyway, my assignments always brought me back to Vardenfell, so we were able to keep in touch and visit even as they grew older. Anything's possible, but the Ulron I know holds honor above all else. I can't believe he'd do something so dishonorable that the House leaders would demand his exile. We need to find out more about what happened.
To add the hotkey to show and hide, or just one? You need to do one for each. Which I would be imagining it would be a lot easier with the Stream Deck. Because otherwise you've got to remember what buttons that you've done for what. Which is a bit of a pain when it's a keyboard. Yeah, I'm on way the wrong direction here. I'm not clearly not paying attention here. Oh no!
You probably don't even have the gold.
But I have to give you a chance to pay your bounty.
Right, I'll pay it.
Fine. Now get your stink away from me.
Get your stick away from me. Okay. Right, well, this is what I need to do. I'm gonna go and find. See, you can upgrade. It's the previous, and I think Skyrim, you could get. It was an add-on that you could get armors and things like that once per day with the gold that you earn. You can pay for an upgrade. Got speed, stamina, and carry capacity. And you can do it, as you can see, every 20 hours. So I'm gonna upgrade the speed. It's gone up 1%. Wow. That was worth it. You can also use your crowns to speed the process up if you like, by I think it's 20 that you can go up to by spending so much crowns. Right, Sector X, I'll take my time so you can view the scenery.
And you're sure it's Veya? House Redoran isn't emptying its coffers so you can chase your own tails out here.
You pay the war claws well, because the war claws are the best there is. We have the kitten's scent. It's just a matter of time before my...
Hey, Sobaredo. Thanks for joining, man.
Just make sure she doesn't get out.
How are you today, man?
I'll take my soldiers and guard the eastern paths, in case she eludes your warriors again. Ah, the Councillor's lackey. I understand you've made significant progress in your search for Veya. As a matter of fact, so have
Yeah,
we.
I'm rather well.
This
What's
whole
I want to do?
ordeal will be
It's not a
over
little
soon,
tired.
and then you can be on your way, Outlander.
It's 11:45 here, and fortunately I have work in the morning. So, it isn't going to be a huge long stream. I'm thinking that the cut-off very latest here would be about 12:30. What time is it where you are?
My mercenaries have spotted Veya skulking about the northern portion of the swamp. Between my soldiers and Fair Haral's warclaws, the Councillor's daughter will soon be home safe and sound. Veya's brother? It's a sad story. Killed one of his own soldiers to protect an Ashlander of all things. I think they were being too lenient when they simply exiled him. But that's how they treat the privileged few.
7 hours behind.
Ulron always had an unnatural attraction to the Ashlanders and their savage ways. He felt that an Ashlander life was worth more than a Redoran life. The Council didn't agree with his assessment. This will all be over as soon as Ferhara finds Vea. As you say, Ferhara's war claws take their contract as seriously as you do, however. Get in their way, and I can't guarantee your safety.
Monday's almost done.
Ferhara assumes the Councilor's minions will not present a problem for the war clause. Yes, Captain?
We shall see. Right. Just for your benefit here in Sector X, I am taking it slowly. I'm not rushing through. I reckon that this mission, maybe one more. Anyway, Temple 75, Salvador got to go. I've content to do for the site. I'll probably take an hour or so. See you again, mate. Peace out. Craggy Ball. See you next time. You still there, Craggy Ball? Sorry for mispronouncing your name a second ago. Good night, Sector. I'll see you again. Thanks for joining the stream. Cool. Yeah, it'll be bedtime for me soon as well.
Stupid war claws. Now I know how a mouse feels.
By the three! You really shouldn't sneak up on a person like that. If you're working with those mercenaries, I assure you, you won't take me without a fight. Oh, right! Now you mentioned something about that. Look, I can't wait to hear what you learned, but the swamp is crawling with mercenaries. There's a cave to the northeast. We can talk there. Unfortunately, there's a mob of those beast people between here and the cave. I was going to try and sneak past them, but every time I get too close, I think one of them catches my scent.
Right, I'll deal with it close.
You're going to tackle that mob of fur and claws? I'm impressed. Meet me at the cave when you're finished. I think we have a lot to talk about. Oh, and try not to get killed. I really want to know what you came all this way to tell me. Meet me in the cave to the north when you finish with the mercenaries.
When charging. It's a clip when you charge in like a hero and almost get cut.
I can smell the dark elf kitten. Looks like we're the first ones here. Heal me.
Is this from your stream earlier on, Craigiebo?
Claws, let's flay this outsider!
If I'm right in saying you prefer Fallout, Sobonado. Fallout New Vegas, I think you said, is your favourite. It's down below. You just keep on spawning, man. Skyrim, your favourite? Apologies. Skyrim was a brilliant game. What did you play it on? Did you play it on PC or PlayStation? Where are you? Okay. I played it on the 360 back in the day. Wow. I originally played it on PlayStation 3, and if you've been familiar with PlayStation 3, they had obviously their achievements with the trophies. I was one trophy away from platinum. The game crashed, and the only thing it remembered was the previous trophy that I just achieved to get the platinum. But I was more interested back then. Things like achievements don't really bother me anymore, but I actually started the game again.
What do you think of my
just in order to get that platinum.
It's got dirt and rock, fungus and a poultry
So
fire,
I played the
all
game
comforts of-
back to back twice.
Anyway, you said you had information
to completion.
about my brother, Oran. What did you find out?
So I do like Skyrim, but I kind of put myself off it because I done that.
No, that can't be right. Oran's honourable and noble. He's a model soldier. What could he have possibly done to warrant being banished? What? My brother has always been interested in the Ashlanders. Even showed them a kindness the rest of the house doesn't approve of. But for him to kill someone, especially one of his own soldiers, something terrible must have happened. I know the tribe that Oran liked to help, brought them supplies and such. He'd go and visit their camp whenever our father wasn't paying attention. Will you go with me to talk to them? Wait, someone's coming.
She can handle herself just fine, hero. Vea, grab your things. It's time to go.
Go? Why? What's going on?
The Warclaws are marching toward this cave along with half the House Redrun soldiers in Balmora. We need to go now.
Damn it! They must have followed us. I'll get my stuff.
Right, so I need to go and speak to... No,
Dealing with an arrogant, impatient, overconfident young woman. Now I know how my mother must have felt. We need to move. It won't take those damn cats long to find this place, not with their sense of smell. The back tunnels. Better than heading out the front door and right into the main contingent of Redoran troops. Councillor Eris brought additional soldiers from town. He's intent on getting his daughter, and he may have the numbers to do it. One more thing. The back tunnels wind their way through territory that House Redoran recently acquired. We may run into some resistance, but it shouldn't be as bad as what's waiting outside the front of the cave.
Let's just see if there's anything of... Might as well. What's in the sack? Ginger. Anything shows that... It seems like I'm just picking up a pile of junk here, a lot of times. But if you get into alchemy, which I haven't started doing yet, but if you get into alchemy, you can start crafting. Obviously, I don't need to explain it to you, but you start crafting your own potions and your own poisons.
Dealing look unstable to you?
Generally, I don't really use them. I'll craft them, and then I usually just sell them on.
Search everywhere. Captain Priven thinks the Councillor's kitten might try to escape from these tunnels.
Damn! Those cat bastards are harder to shake than a blind date.
Might as well. Oh god, there's two of them. I didn't realise there was two of them. You're working tomorrow, Craig Evil?
This looks promising. Let's give it a try.
There's an enemy there. Somebody's called themselves assassin.
That must be the way out. I just hope there aren't any Redorans up there. Oh no, we're surrounded! Father ruins everything. I'm so close to finding my brother and he shows up to drag me back home. Well, I'm not going back without a fight. You do that for me? Thanks, I guess. But what can you possibly do against all those soldiers? My father brought the whole damn army with him this time. Clever. Tell my father whatever he wants to hear. That might actually work. Afterward, meet me at the Ashlander camp to the south. My brother would often visit that particular tribe. It's as good a place as any to start. Once I find Ulran and make sure he's all right, I'll meet with my father. But that meeting will be on my terms, not his. And tell him to call off his soldiers, or I might change my mind. That should buy us some time.
Halt! Who goes there?
Stand down. These outlanders work for me.
These outlanders. I'm the only person here.
The captain reported that he had seen you in the area. There are also multiple reports that Vea has been spotted. Tell me, have you seen my daughter? I won't sleep well until she's home, safe and sound. I also said that the captain has his own resources. The War Claws report to Briven, not me. Look, we're all just trying to get my daughter home safely. Now, tell me what Vea's thinking. It was a gamble, I admit. An opportunity I couldn't let slip away. You won't make me feel guilty about trying to find my daughter. So, where and when will Vea meet with me? Very well. We'll do this her way. Vea can be as stubborn as her mother sometimes. But tell my daughter that my patience won't last forever. Next time, I expect Vea to be
only going to be this one more
or I
mission.
might just let Captain Briven do this his way.
It's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would.
Do as I command, and let them pass.
In fact, let's talk to the merchant.
My man.
Sell any crap that I've got. They won't give me much there. We've got a pot. Right, repair all my crap. I will see what I can okay, got one up. A fish now. Just so that's the best one that's available. Iron and all that crap. Right, so I wanted, you get more benefits for having all medium, all. Right, so we have a one of that. That's heavy again. Yeah, sales and merch 285% more. Ads. Right, okay. And we'll put. Give me quite a bit of health there. Right, so I think where did that version go? She's gone now.
Well, there certainly aren't Ashlanders, not with those tails.
This is disturbing. I can't believe this. Why allow the Warclaws to run roughshod over the camp like this? What's House Redoran thinking? And what in the name of the three have they done with the Ashlanders? My brother often visited this camp. Took me along a couple of times. It used to be such a vibrant place, so full of life. I know House Redoran wants to expand along the western coast, but I never expected they'd set the Warclaws loose like this. If Ulran was here, he'd never stand for the Warclaws invading the camp. He told me the Ashlanders were the same as you and I. Different beliefs don't necessarily make people bad. We need to see if we can find out what happened here. I really want to help, but Naryu won't hear of it. We don't get our hands dirty unless there's a writ attached. She's so fond of reminding me. We'll hang around and wait for you to find something before we move in.
Bea, I don't think this is a good idea. We're trying to keep you out of House Redoran hands, remember?
You're not my parent, Naryu. I can take care of myself, even if the Mother of Blades doesn't think so.
Damn it, Bea. You know I hate that title.
Mother of Blades sounds quite cool, actually. Cool, Craigie. Thanks for tuning in, man. And no doubt, are you working tomorrow, Craigie? Or right, cool. Well, no doubt I shall see you online on Wednesday then. So, good night, young man, and we're an hour and a half in at the minute. What I'm gonna do is cool. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just complete this mission to its entirety. We're sitting at an hour and a half at the minute, and I really need to get to my bed soon as well. Cool, thank you for the compliment, Craigie. It's definitely worthwhile a purchase if you are thinking about purchasing it. I'm actually really looking forward to the new edition, Somerset.
If I'd realized how popular this camp was going to be with Outlanders, I would have moved the tribe.
What do I do for work?
You don't appear
Just
to
work
be
for a
one of
call
the
centre.
dreadful invaders, but looks can be deceiving. What do you seek, stranger?
Cool. Good night, Craigie. I'll see you on Wednesday. Online.
Ah, Ulran the Exile. He disgraced his family and lost his status, but remained true to his heart. Ulran is here. He tried to stand against the Redorans, just as they detained me within this yurt.
Yeah, it'll be about 5:15 or so open the door, I would imagine.
I assume they dragged him off to the mine, along with most of the tribe who refused to let those tribunal dogs walk all over us. Or should I say tribunal cats in this instance? Be wary. The mine will be as protected as the camp, maybe even more so. It's a small hole in the ground,
Cool.
but it served us well until
Good
the
night,
veterans
Truggy
and their war claws arrived. Now
Enjoy your
I trust
sleep.
my people aside and lock the door.
Yeah, Sobredo had a look
supply
at your YouTube. It's quite funny actually. You like the scary, not scary. You like survival horrors. Yeah, I was watching your compilation of you jumping out of, it might be a Scottish term, but I'm not sure. You're jumping out your skin, which basically means getting a fright. And it was a compilation of all the times you get a fright, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Get the key to the mine from either the Warclaw's commander or the supply yurt, whichever suits your needs. Perhaps you'll find what you seek within Kudanot's depths. To keep the head and the body separate. As long as I'm here, I can't offer my people hope or advice. And I certainly can't compel them to rebel against these invaders. I have no doubt. However, my place remains with my people. At least for now.
No, I started a YouTube channel, but
They believe I can make their tails fall off if I so choose.
obviously with the change in YouTube's policies, that's why I decided to move over to Twitch. Never really done Twitch before, and I find Twitch so much better in comparison. Oh, I've got to go and...
Do not test me.
Am I gonna get away with this? Or are they gonna smell me?
I try not to be superstitious. That brings bad luck.
Huh? Ooh. Haven't seen me yet.
Do not let yesterday take up too much of today.
Yeah, totally. Sobredo, oh no, they're even bringing in new rules that You're not allowed to swear on your streams. You're not allowed to smoke or drink alcohol in your streams. It's just become ridiculous. They changed the algorithm so you now need to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers in order for your content to be monetized. It's just it's PC gone mad. I think they've realised that like the small time streamers like myself, they're not making the money from.
We're just going to burn them, even the Reverend.
The captain called them traitors and savages. Said the good rating was more than they deserved.
I mean, all credit to the guys, like the guys that were doing YouTube videos before they could monetize, and obviously that was great foresight, and obviously they've got plenty of content up now and they can now build upon that. But just for like small time streamers, it's not the place to go anymore. I think they're gonna lose a lot of. It's just gonna end up being all the same big streamers.
Intruders! War claws! Attack!
What I've been doing is I've just been obviously you've seen the website. Craig Eagle, one that you were just talking to, he's part of the team. We all kind of support one another. Oh, right, okay. It is, it's completely ridiculous, man.
Down here! Come on! Wait. What's that smell?
Veya, stay back. You don't need to see this.
What happened here? Oh gods! They murdered these poor Ashlanders! Oh no! Oran! Oran! We can't, please! You can't be dead! You just can't!
Veya shouldn't have had to see this. Even I'm finding it hard to believe that the mercenaries would slaughter these Ashlanders for no reason. Not to mention the son of a house councillor. Doesn't make any sense. I suppose anything could happen in the heat of the moment. But to kill a Redrun, even an exiled one, that's presumptuous even for the war clause. I wonder if Eris knows about this. I'm not sure how Veya's going to get her answers now. I've seen these before. They use them in Eastmarch to record and send important messages. They're expensive and as rare as a sober Nord, but Oron was always attracted to the contrivances of other cultures. Shall we see what it has to say?
If you're listening to my voice, know that my time is short, and what I have to say is important.
Alright, okay. He's only level 13.
Everything that happened was a deliberate act to discredit me. I need to report the events so my sister can learn the truth about her brother. You have to understand, I don't share my house's hatred and distrust of Ashlanders. So, during my normal patrol, when I heard that Ashlanders had come to Balmora and were causing trouble, I was dubious to say the least. I arrived to find one of my soldiers arguing with the Ashlanders. He spat at them, called them savages. When one of the Ashlanders objected, my soldier drew his sword. Before I could intervene, my soldier's blade struck him down. I ordered the soldier to stand down, but he ignored me and stepped toward the second Ashlander. I killed my own soldier. I had to. Before I knew it, I was dragged before the Redoran Council and exiled. I never even got to say farewell to my sister. I believe I was set up for this fall, but I don't know by who. I came to this camp for shelter, but House Redoran's reach grows ever longer. Now Captain Briven's here. I'm going to talk to them, just in case I made this stone for my sister Vea.
Oran! Damn it!
Man, that
What am I supposed to do now? Oran's not supposed to be dead. That wasn't the way this was supposed to end. What am I gonna do now? Damn Oran for leaving me that damn message! And damn him for dying on me! Gods, I miss my brother. I still don't understand. Oran said someone set him up to fall. Who would do such a thing? And why would they do it? Oran never wanted to hurt anyone. So that's why they exiled him? That's why they killed him? He was too damn
What about yourself,
good?
Sabinado?
That's the problem?
What do you do for
We've
the
got
job?
to find out who did all this. They won't get away with this. I won't allow it.
That's it, it's just a crappy call centre job for me. Pays the bills away. Keeps me going in games. Are you? Cool. That's something that very honourable, man. I don't know. I dare say that you probably do have something similar. But I was younger. I was in the. I'm pretty sure you probably do. Called the Army Cadets. Loved it. Loved shooting rifles. I dare say that the military is a lot different. I then went into something called the Territorial Army, which is like kind of part-time soldiers, if you like. But I kind of stopped short of going into the military.
Oh, I'll find them all right. And when I do, they'll pay for what happened to Oran. I swear by Mephalah's sacred web and the first blood my blade ever tasted, I'm going to avenge my brother.
Yeah. There's a joke over here called them the SAS, as in Saturdays and Sundays.
I agree with Ulran's assessment. Certainly sounds like someone led him into a situation guaranteed to make him fail. I can't believe he put this burden on Vea, though. What was Ulran thinking? I didn't say that. Just not sure how to proceed. We're entering dangerous waters here, going up against House Redoran. And we don't even have a writ to protect us. I'm going to take Vea and head back to our safe house in Balmora. They found our cave, but the abandoned basement is still secure. After that, I'm not sure. The Morag Tong has rules. If I break them, I'll have to deal with the consequences.
Golden tampons over here. Only in for one weekend a month. That's cool, actually.
We can't just kill with wild abandon. We follow a code. We only execute those.
So what kind of military is it? Like the army, navy?
Respectable citizens without a writ? That's just murder. So, without proof and a proper writ, my hands are tied. You do that, but be careful.
Air Force. The one thing that I didn't mention. Cool.
And I'd rather not see you wind up like these poor Ashlanders.
No, that is quite cool, actually.
Help to get to the bottom of all of this. We'll see you in Balmora, hero.
Deployed with Brits and Aussie before, but there were Scots, I think. Yeah, it is all tied up in the UK. We did used to have separate regiments. It's kind of sad. It's like an era long forgotten now. But obviously there was separate regiments. The one, although I live in Glasgow, I used to live further west, and I was in a regiment called the Argyll and Southern Highlanders. As I said, I know that the Army Cadets, probably similar to like Cub Scouts or something like that. Apart from you get to play with rifles, but I would definitely recommend. If you got any children or you're planning on having any children, great for discipline. Teaches you the discipline. So you're gonna get the people. No, kids shouldn't be touching guns and things like that, but better learning how to use one. Oh, I say guns, that's rifles. Rather. Yeah, I joined the Army Cadets when I was about 14. Yeah, I've gone completely the wrong way. Oh god, this is almost approaching the 2-hour mark, yeah. No, no kids myself, no. too much of a kid myself to even think about having kids and what.
Customers are always welcome.
And so the Outlander returns, as we discussed in the swamp. I expected you to return with Vea, or present me with a time and place for us to meet. Tell me, Outlander, which is it to be? Complication? What kind of complication? I ordered my soldiers to stand down and let you do things your way. But instead of results, you bring me excuses. No, that's not possible. My son was banished, ordered to leave Vardenfell and never return. Why would he disobey me and go to those savages? Vea was with you? And you left her out there? By the three, everything is unraveling no matter how hard I try to maintain control. I need you to do something else for me, if you would, Outlander. Tell my daughter I'm sorry. Tell her she needs to stay away until I can calm things down. I don't want to see anything happen to her. Promise me. And take this. Consider it payment for your efforts thus far. If you'll excuse me, I need some time to consider everything you've told me. Once I determine the captain serves, I'll speak to Brit. It was never House Red.
Apologies, man. I just want to try and get through this mission as quickly as, because I'm getting pretty tired.
House Redoran has been slowly.
I appreciate you sticking by, though. You've been streaming anything recently yourself? Hey Sectrix, thanks for rejoining. I'm literally streaming in a week or so. I'm literally
Outlander,
just wanting to
here.
complete
Now you told me what you found in the Ashlander mine.
this
I
mission,
can't imagine what Vea must be going
and
through
then I'll
right now.
call it a
She
night
shouldn't
after
be
that.
alone. That's why I came looking for you. Nayu has responsibilities to tend to. Morag Tong responsibilities. Understand? She left me to keep Vea company, but I'm not very good at spouting words of comfort and solace. Unless I can kill something, I'm very good at that.
Yeah, I'm just tired, man. It's been a long day. First day back after a holiday. Always got the Monday boys, and then it was a it's a 10-hour shift today, so, and I've got another one to look forward to tomorrow.
You do understand. And now you implied you're as dense as the ash storms coming off Red Mountain. Good to know even the Mother of Blades can be wrong. Vea's upset, and not just about her brother. She wanted to go with Nayu. One other thing. Nayu's job concerns House Redoran. That's why she didn't want Veya to accompany her on this one. Veya's grief-stricken, angry, and ready to lash out at anyone and anything, so keep your head low and try not to upset her. I have experience getting on a lot of people's bad sides. Women, especially, find me exasperating. Irresistible, but exasperating. It's a gift.
Apologies for not reading through all this. I'll just try to speed the process up because it's getting late.
I can't believe Lord Vivek wouldn't see worshippers today.
Surprised you're actually still up, Sector X. Right. Right, so talk to Rhea. Gone the wrong way. These armors are, because bad that armor is, man. It's horrible. Finishing the review and uploading it into the site and embed. What's your review on?
Oh, it's you. Sorry about that. Did Arshor send you to check up on me? I swear, the next person that treats me like a child is going to find my dagger in their stomach. Gods, I'm not mad at you. I'm just annoyed at everybody right now. No, I don't think so. It's just been difficult. Finding poor Ulran in the Ashlander camp. I need to be doing something. Sitting down here in the dark, hiding, that's not going to solve anything. I know, but Nariu's writ. It involves a Redoran counselor. Exactly the opportunity I've been waiting for. The counselor knows who set up my brother. We need to talk to her before Nariu executes the writ. Do this for me, and I promise to stay here. Well, Nariu wouldn't tell me any specifics, but she trained me well. It wasn't hard to sneak a glance at the writ before she took off. Her target's at Arenum Manor, out in the swamp. Not far from that smelly cave, actually. I appreciate you agreeing to see what you can learn at Arenum Manor. My father used to say it was used by counselors as a retreat, but Mother always told me it was where they conducted business that required a certain degree of privacy. That's all I've been doing, thinking. And I think Ulran was right. I think someone wanted him out of the way, and they orchestrated the event with the Ashlanders to do it. Someone played my brother for a fool, and it cost him his life. Brivon's as stubborn as my father when it comes to following the rules and regulations of House Redoran. Ulran and Brivon were best friends, even if they argued from time to time. Politics, foreign relations, the Ashlanders, you name an issue, and Ulran and Brivon were probably on opposite sides of the argument. It got to the point where I had to ignore both of them or they'd drive me insane. You did? How did he take it? I mean, he didn't know that my brother was dead. Really? I suppose that makes sense. I think he loves us, in his own way. But what else did he say? Did he know that Ulren had been banished? He didn't expect... My father doesn't know his children as well as he thinks. Either of them. That's why I had to get away. Join the Morag Tong. At least Naryu understands me. Mostly. I can't agree to that. I need to figure out what happened to my brother, who was involved, and then I'm going to make them pay. Just you watch.
Right. Don't know whether or not to continue on here, because I'm just over the 2 hour mark. But I also want to complete this quest line. To do.
Nils, please, if you just listen.
Take care of yourself, Father. You're always welcome.
I think I'm probably going the wrong way here. Annoying. Okay. Yeah, very tired one. I think I'll just get to the location. And then I'll call it there. But I did want to be a little bit more leveled up than what I am at the moment, but hey-ho.
I expected you hours ago, hero. It's not polite. I was wondering how long it was going to take Vea to convince you to follow me. But she thought I didn't notice when she glanced at my writ, didn't she? Where is my overly curious apprentice, by the way? I know Vea wants answers, but this is my job. There are rules, especially where the lords of the great houses are concerned. There might be a way to deal with this, though, provided you're willing to help. First, don't kill any Redrons. That's a violation of my writ and could have serious consequences for both of us. Second, you sneak around and search for anything that pertains to Ulron's exile while I figure out how to deal with the Counselor. We need to be invisible. These things work best when no one but the target knows we're there. If you get spotted, you're on your own. I even cough on anyone without a writ, and the Morag Tong will have my head. It's unusual, but not unheard of. True, most writs taken out against the houses target low to mid-ranking officials. The Grand Master is cautious when it comes to accepting such a high-profile writ. Apparently, though, this target has been very bad. Councillor Dovera has been conspiring with House Drez to promote the slave trade and avoid scrutiny by Redoran and Pact officials.
Cool, Sobernado. Thanks for sticking around.
Someone noticed.
Hopefully see you on the next one. Obviously I will return the favour on my days off if you are streaming. I'll pop into your streams as well. But yep, cool. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. You have a nice evening, man.
I'm not privy to the laborious investigations that took place. In cases like these, though, the target usually becomes complacent and lets her guard down. She made a mess. Now I get to clean it up, for the good of Dunmer society. That's the question, isn't it? It nags at us the way the torchbug nags at the brave little scrib in those children's stories. Once we discover who Ulron's torchbug is, we'll have a clearer understanding of why they set him up and why he had to die. I'm not saying that. Accidents happen. But they certainly made sure Ulron was in the wrong place at the wrong time, both in Balmora and again in the Ashlander camp. In addition to whatever you can find here, we should also talk to Captain Briven. Briven's name keeps coming up. At the very least, he was Ulron's best friend once. He might be able to shed some light on Ulron and what happened to cause his exile. And I really want to know what took place after Ulron left us that message.
Right, so before we get any further, we're just on tours, 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes to 1 at the moment. And I've got work in the morning, so I really need to go and get some sleep. So thank you everyone that has watched it. Obviously 6 wrecks, a couple of failed false starts to begin with. A certain issue with Streamlabs, Cragable also, Sobernado, anyone else, thanks very much for getting involved in the chat. Anyone else on YouTube, please, if you're liking what you're seeing, obviously this is going to be a prelude to Somerset Isles, which should be coming out on 21st of this month on PC. So I'm looking to try and build up my character as much as I can at the moment, so that I'm ready to deal with Somerset Isles once the DLC is available. So please subscribe if you want to follow the channel, and please also assist me in my endeavour to try and become affiliate on Twitch. By following me on Twitch too. So once again, thank you very much to all, and I bid you all a good night. Thanks.